Okay, welcome guys to our weekly Shine Squad call. This is for anyone that has enrolled under me and in my or anyone under in my downline. So be sure to invite your people as well. And so I'm going to go over some announcements and then we're going to do a little bit of Q&A just to help anyone that needs help, especially since it's the end of the month, and I know some of you guys have got big goals. And then, yeah, and then we'll talk about the video that hopefully you guys watched from Colleen Nichols. So the first announcement is we've got, so there's only like, how many days left? I gotta look at the calendar. We got 28th, 29th, 30, 31. So we got 4 days left. Oh my gosh, to hit some big goals. Make sure that you guys close out any parties that you have by the 31st, whether it's yours or a hostess's, so that you get those double host rewards or that your hostess gets those double host rewards. So don't forget that. Also, congrats to Kathy for earning Cabo. She just earned it. I don't know if you can unmute yourself, but congratulations, Kathy. That's so exciting.
Thank
Um,
you. I'm super hyper. Woo.
I know. I'm so pumped for you. It's going to be so fun. Good job. Like, really hustled and made it happen. And I know the rest of you guys will make it happen next year when you have a little more time. Um, let's see. Other announcements are don't forget that if you hit 500 PQV, that's personal sales basically, and then you will get the anniversary charm. You only can earn, this is our anniversary month for Clio Color. And so you can get charms every year on their anniversary. So be pushing for that. Plus, that'll probably help you hit your bold start. If you don't know what a bold start is, it's you can earn product credits and even cash um, for your sales. And if you hit 500 PQV and get 5 new customers, in your first 37 days, then you'll get a $25 product credit. So you might as well double dip and get the charm plus get the product credit with your bold start. So raise your hand or write in the chat if you've already earned that bold start. It's like such an awesome incentive to really get going on your business. Okay. Yeah. Alyssa got it. Kathy got it, I'm sure. I can't tell who XOXO is. Who's XOXO? Reveal yourself. Um, so yes, congrats to those of you that have gotten it. And just know that you can earn the bold start after your 30 days in your next 60 days and then your next 90 days. So keep trying to get that 500 PQV every month. I think the 500 PQV is a great, um, I would always aim for like 500 PQV as a minimum in your business. And so it's a great way to like set the bar and then keep maintaining that. What else have we got? Oh, I'm doing a $100 product credit giveaway for anyone that gets a subscription, a monthly Manny subscription this month with their customers. Your own subscription can count too. And so go comment below that post in the Shine Squad if you've been getting some. The reason that I'm encouraging you guys to do that is because that's automated income. It's something I'm pushing for in my own VIP group to try to get those customers. I think I have 7 customers this month that have subscribed because that's 7 customers that are spending 30 to actually more. It's probably about 50 each. 7 customers times 50, that's 350 in PQV that is automatic, right? That I didn't even have to really work for and that I get every single month if they continue with their monthly Manny subscription. So really want to encourage you guys to talk about those a lot in your VIP group with your customers, offer it as an option. You know, I had a friend reach out and be like, "Okay, what's your link again?" And I was like, "Here it is." And I'm like, "Just so you know, the best way to save money is through the monthly Manny because you get 15% off plus free shipping. And they get access to all the retired sets." So anyway, make sure that you are offering that to your clients when they ask about the nails or ask for your link. Um, I think that's everything I wanted to tell you. Is there anything else I'm missing? There's probably stuff I'm missing, but um, also registration opened for conference. I hope you guys are coming. Raise your hand or write in the chat if you're coming to conference. I'll be there. I'm so excited about it. And if you're elite mentor and above, you can go to the leadership day that they have on Wednesday. So I hope you all can be there. It's going to be so fun. Okay, XOXO is going, whoever that is. And I think Kathy's going. I hope so many of you guys can go. Let me tell you, from this is my third direct sales company, and I've been to all of the conferences I ever could attend in any of my direct sales, or the actually this is my third. And it is a game changer for your business because there is just something about being in person, right? There's just something, and they have all these amazing trainings. You walk away on fire, and it just sets you up for all those false, sales that you're going to get with the holidays and things. So, highly, highly recommend going if you can make it work in your budget, because I believe it's such a good investment in your business. All right, now we're just going to jump into just Q&A. Any questions that you guys have for me or just the group, feel free to ask. And then after that, we'll talk about the Colleen Nichols uh, business boot camp series that I am loving, loving. And we'll probably watch another of her videos next week. For next to discuss on next Friday's calls because they are so good. I actually got her book. It's called Don't Make It Weird, and I've been listening to the audiobook, and it is like getting me fired up to post on social media and to not make it weird. I will say her book has some F words in it, so there's your disclaimer. But it's so freaking good. So, okay, XOXO has listened to her book too. What is your name, XO? You need to reveal yourself. I need to know who I'm talking to. Okay, Quinn, did you have a question? I noticed you're unmuted.
Oh, no,
No
I
question.
just, so
Win,
sorry.
it's
I
Win.
haven't.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, who is XOXO? Okay, it's Win. Now we know. Any questions or anything you guys are struggling with that you need help with?
I have a question. So I have people that are like interested in purchasing. I made them carts, but they're not purchasing. And I don't want to be like a bugger, like, hey, like, are you gonna purchase? So like I reached out to one and I think I sent her the cart on Tuesday and I reached out to her yesterday.
Yeah,
And she hasn't answered me. But like I guess what's the best way to go about it? Like so that it's not like, oh man, I'm bugging them to purchase, but
right. I love that question actually because I've had a couple people ask for my link and then I'm like, Where's your order, girl?" Like so I want to ask the group. I'm going to share what I am going to say, but I'm curious what you guys say. I would personally just say, "Hey, just checking to see if you had a chance to order. What questions do you have?" I don't feel like that's I don't feel like that's that pushy because I think a lot of people have good intentions. I know I have, like with other direct sales business, like when someone gives me their link for their direct sales product, there have been times where I'm like, oh, I'm curious about this and like I want to order, but then like life gets in the way and I don't. And so I think sometimes just like a follow-up is like, oh yeah, I forgot I was going to order. Thanks for reminding me, you know? So
mhm,
I don't think we need, I think we overthink things too much, and I think it's okay to just follow up and check in and be like, what questions do you have? Because maybe they got stuck on something, right? Or
mhm.
maybe they don't, yeah. So I think that's a good way.
Can I add?
When- yeah, go ahead, Kathy. Let's hear
Okay.
yours.
Well, two things. I know that a couple of my friends, I was encouraging them to do the monthly Manny. Um, and they would just stop their order and they wouldn't get back to me. And I'm like, what's going on with this? And what was tripping them up is that they would put in their 3 sets or 5 sets, but then they had a combination of like 3 press-ons and 2 LEDs, but then they didn't get the lamp, right? And so they were stuck on, okay, now I'm going to add the lamp, I'm going to add the remover, and now there's $5 shipping. And you said it was $5, there was free shipping. And so that little thing is confusing when you're starting out and beginning to new people, and it was confusing to me because I didn't realize it either, is that sometimes, like Kelly's saying, is that they just have a hiccup and then they feel silly and then they don't want to ask. So especially if you're promoting monthly manis, I would really explain what you can and can't order that still allows free shipping, and then why, there's $5 shipping for those parts. It ships separately. It's really not part of the monthly mani. So it's just sometimes, like Kelly's saying, there's a hiccup. So just check in and asking if there's questions would be number one, because sometimes people are just feeling that it's their fault, and it's not. It's just a learning curve of a different website style and a different subscription style. And then the other is, I'm super goal driven, so I'm super incentive generous. So if you're trying to reach a bold style and it's the end of the month, I wouldn't be shy about offering a teeny incentive, like, hey, everybody who does such and such an order this month, the $50 order is going to be in this special drawing, and just know that you will be earning, especially if you set up party links, you'll be earning tons and tons of product credit that you can give away next month. So you can do an incentive and offer, hey, you'll be in a drawing next month if you place an order to help me with my first month. So that's my idea.
I love that. That's great advice, Kathy. And that's a really good point too, that I mean, so many of our customers are ordering for the first time. And so it is a learning curve, and they're like, I don't know what I'm doing, like trying to figure it out. And so I'm sure a lot of them are you know, just figuring out the new website, and they're not used to it yet. And so holding their hands a little bit, I think, is really helpful. And I loved what you said about the bold start. You guys somewhat, I can't remember if it was Darlene who taught me this hack, but this is such a brilliant hack. Here's why you want to build up product credits, because you can use those product credits to then get more orders, like Kathy was saying. And you can also use it to incentivize people to buy the box when they join you. Because remember, when people buy the box, whether it's the statement box or the bold box, you get $20 cash for the bold box. And is it 45 for the statement, or am I getting it mixed up? I always forget which one's which. But you get 45 cash or $20 cash. And so you want to turn your product credit into cash by incentivizing, like, if someone's interested in joining you, you could be like, hey, well, here's $20 to put towards the box, because that product credit turns into cash for you. And I thought, when I think it was Darlene that taught me that, and I was like, genius, this is brilliant. You can also do incentives like, hey, let's say you get $25 from your Bold Start product credit. That's five. You could literally say, hey, the next 5 people that spend $50 are going to get $5 in, shipping, like in this, using this code. And so then that gets you those, remember, if you get, I think it's 5 customers who spend $50, you get 10% more commission off those people. So I want to encourage you guys to always use that product credit to turn it into cash for you. So there's a little hack right there. And then let's see, Wynn said, I've been saying, hey, I just want to double check and see if you got a chance to order, because some orders aren't linked to me, so I don't want to miss it. This is true. Sometimes they end up linking to another brand partner if they enrolled under a different brand partner. And she said, true story, I guess when people set up an account, but then go directly to order, the orders can go to corporate too. I've caught this happening to so many orders. Okay, so there's that too. So just I think it's really smart to like follow up just for that reason alone. Another thing you could do that I just thought of is, let's say you didn't give them a cart. I know Lakeisha sent them a cart, but if you didn't, if you just sent them a link, and they said they were going to order and they didn't, you could follow up with a cart and say, hey, in case you're overwhelmed, here's my favorite, like my personal favorite press-ons, my first personal favorite LEDs, and the cart's all set up for you, and you could just order these. Because sometimes I get overwhelmed with like, what do I order? Where do I start? Which ones are the cutest? You know what I mean? People get like, what's that? What's the word for that? It's like par decision paralysis or whatever. And they're like, I can't decide, so I'm not going to decide at all. So, sending them a cart if you didn't before is a great way to follow up as well.
Another quickie idea is don't type your message to them, either voice clip or video clip, because they're going to put weird intonation in there that is not your intonation. So if you're just happy and fun and saying it like you want them to hear it, the message is going to be received how you want it to be received. And you don't have to worry about wording.
Yes, so true. Because sometimes people will read a text. Sometimes even my kids will read a text I sent and they'll be like, why are you mad? And I'm like, what? That was not intended to be mad. They're like reading it in my mad voice instead of like the normal voice that sent it in my head. So yeah, voice memos are really, really powerful. I get too lazy to type half the time, and so I send a voice memo. And the other reason why they're good to send is because sometimes people will see like the first line or whatever, and they won't actually click inside Messenger because they're like, "Oh, she's just following up to get my order." But if you send them a voice memo, they have no idea what's in there. It's like a mystery, and they have to click play to find out. So that's another tip for that. Great, great tips, you guys. You know what I think is I want to coin the phrase follow up Friday because if you know, it's easy to get busy through the week and then forget to follow up, but if you can at least make it a thing to follow up every Friday with people that said they were going to order or said they were going to sign up, you know, and join you, following up, and don't think about it as you're being annoying because remember, like I said, most people just get so dang busy that they forgot or something got in the way and they couldn't, you know, they had some stumbling block, like Kathy was saying. And so following up is not being annoying. It's just good customer service, in my opinion. Like if I've shown interest in a product and then I haven't ordered yet, there's probably a reason why. And someone following up with me is going to help me. Like I would be kind of grateful for the reminder. So the fortune is in the follow up. And so I'm going to coin it follow up Friday, and let's make it a goal to follow up with people today that we've been talking to all throughout the week. And that's why it's important to maybe start taking note of who you need to follow up with. Like maybe you make a note on your phone that's just like, okay, this person said they were going to order, this person said they were going to join, and then you know on Friday, okay, I need to follow up with these people. Wynn said, I write down people I've talked to. Smart. Love that. Okay, any other questions? Or if you guys had something work well for you this week. I love hearing all of your guys' ideas and feedback. If there was something that you're like, I tried this and it was awesome, tell us. We need to know these things. Audrey said, Boards is coming out with a follow-up system as well. I believe training will be on 4/2. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. That is so exciting because that's like what we all want, right? Is we want like some sort of system. Ooh, that's really good to know. Thanks for sharing that, Audrey. That is coming up soon too. 4/2. Audrey, will you post in Shine Squad like a link to the training? Because I'm sure the training's free, right?
Yeah, I'll do that. I saw it actually this week. It came up when I was in boards, and I was like, "Ooh, that's going to be a good one." So yeah,
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
Ooh, that's so exciting because if you haven't tried the Boards app, I highly, highly recommend using it. And let me tell you, I was a slow adopter. I had so many people on my previous team being like, I love Boards. Boards is amazing. And I was like, nope, I don't want to learn another app. I was like, no, thank you. And I was very slow to like trying it, and now I'm like, this is the best thing ever because you can automate so many things. Even just having my link, I created my own, it's called Cleo Kelly Boards app, and it's just like my own like scripts. It's my own link. Just even the having the Cleo Kelly, cleocolor.com/Kelly link to just like literally paste is so great. So, highly recommend just diving into the Boards app, watch a YouTube training on it, and try it out. It is a lot, it's going to save you a ton of time.
Is the YouTube training by Boards or by Clio?
I'm just saying search YouTube for a Boards training.
Oh,
I don't
God.
I'm saying I don't know of like an official one that Clio has done, but I would just search YouTube for like how to use the Boards app and then, just watch it. And then really the best way to learn it is just to download the Boards app, set it up on your keyboard because it's synced to your keyboard, and then start using it regularly. And it's going to be such a time saver for you. That way you're not like, shoot, where's the link to this? Or where's the, because you can add graphics. So, oh, here's the comp plan graphic. Here's the sizing graphic. Here's my favorite nail fees. They can all be saved on your Boards app. And then with like the click of a button, you can send it to someone that asks a question.
Yeah,
Okay.
they do. Kelly, they added something called Academy. So they have all the training on there. So when you go into Boards, you'll see you can go through, I mean, there's tons of videos, but it takes you
Mm,
through the basics all the way to like creating a page and stuff like that. So
good to know. Thanks for sharing that, Audrey. So yeah, you could just go to their academy and watch. But really, I didn't even watch a training at all. I just downloaded it and started playing with it and was like, okay, this is how this works. And I think that's the best way to learn. Okay, Alyssa said, I can't turn on audio. Question, I want to do the hostess bingo as an event inside my VIP group. If they invite their friends to the event, do those people have to be in my VIP group already? When I'm gonna let you answer this question. Did Win is Win still on the call? Yeah.
I'll just unmute. So it depends on if you make a public event in your VIP or not. Because if you make it like a public event, anybody can join the event. But the problem with that is like then you can't give extra deals or giveaways that the company doesn't offer. So you just have to keep that in mind.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Um, I will say, and I personally think events are hard for people to understand. You guys correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like people kind of have a hard time understanding how events on Facebook work. So, but try it and see how it goes. Like that's the only way you're going to learn what works and what doesn't is trying things. Like I have a Facebook party going right now and it is not going well. And I'm like, okay, noted. I think I'm going to switch to messenger parties or bingo parties because but you got to try stuff and see how you like it, how the customer likes it, and how they respond, and then tweak it and try it different next time. But kudos, Alyssa. I love that you're trying this hostess bingo. Has anyone else tried it since Wynn's training? And if you guys missed Wynn's training, I posted it in Shine Squad. It's also on my YouTube channel. So you can go watch that. And it was so good. So good. Um, so has anyone else tried it yet? I'm so curious. Yeah, it looks really fun to try. Okay, any other questions or tips? Anything that's worked well for you in your VIP group, in your
Kelly, I
stories
would
on
like to
Facebook?
share my tips on this recruiting since I'm since I'm hyper about it.
Yes, let's
And
hear it. Everyone wants your tips.
I know
Can we see your face? I want to see your face. I want to see everyone's face.
Oh, Kelly, tomorrow I have family flying into town. I'm trying to get ready. My mom's
Okay,
so
okay, you're good. Go
tomorrow.
ahead.
I'm not. I'm in robe and everything. Okay. Okay. So I found out from a beautiful phone call with the home office that we can offer product credits to incentivize people ordering the Bold Box. I had no clue on this. I had no clue. So you can you can offer a $30 product credit for the Bold Box. And basically when you break it down, the Bold Box is already 54% off. So $394. They're buying it for $180. You offer the product credit for $150. There's 24 items in the box, I think, or 25, but it breaks down to $7.46 an item. So when you break it down and say, hey, I'm running for Cabo. This is what my spiel was. I'm running for Cabo. Would you consider, you were going to buy a monthly Manny anyway, or $100 order anyway, would you consider the best deal that Clio offers? And it's just that you can get 24 items that would be Mother's Day gifts, Christmas gifts, girlfriend presents for all your girlfriends for the next year. You'd have 24 gift items plus all the sets that you want to wear for the next few months in this box. And I literally had people within 10 minutes turn around and order the box because that was just the best deal. Boom, done.
Oh my gosh, that's genius, Kathy. And did you give him the $30 product credit towards it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was a no-brainer.
And then that's what I'm saying. And the Bold Box is the big one, right? I keep getting them
Yeah,
mixed up.
the box is the big one.
So the Bold Box also, then Kathy now gets $45 cash for everyone she enrolls in that way. It's
Yeah,
so cool.
like literally, I started running for Cabo on March 17th, and I have got 12 people in 8 days signed up with the Bold Box doing it that way.
So crazy. And you know what's awesome about that is that sometimes people, there's so many people that have joined, I mean, that have like really done a lot with their business and they started off by being a kidnapper. Like I'm sure you guys have heard that where they
Yes.
buy the box, they're just like, I'm gonna buy it for the discount, like Kathy was saying, and then they're like, wait a minute, these are awesome. These are fun. I want to tell my friends. I want to. Yeah, that's such a good
Probably
tip.
80% of my leaders started that way with my old company. They're like, oh, I'll help you reach that incentive. Yeah, no problem. And then they became the biggest leaders and they didn't even know that they wanted to.
Oh my gosh, I love this. I know because sometimes they just need that little gateway. The box is the gateway drug. They get in and then they're like, these nails are freaking fun. And they're blown away. And then they'd start telling their friends, and they're like, I might as well make money off this. Telling all my friends about it anyways. Yeah. That is such a great tip. And I love that you broke it down and said it's basically like $7 an item and you get how many things are in there, Kathy?
Yeah, it's either 24 or 25. I'm very lacking on sleep, but yeah, 24 or 25. I know it's like $7.46 an item. That includes the 2 removers, the LED lamp, the 10 sets, the 11 sets you get from the LED and the gel, everything. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Would you do me a favor, Kathy? I know you're busy, but when you get a minute to sit down, would you mind sharing that like script in the Shine Squad? Like the breakdown? Because I love that breakdown.
Yes, I
Everybody
can.
needs
April 1st is your date.
what?
I can. April 1st.
Deal. We'll take what we can get, Kathy. That was such a good tip. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Thank you for sharing. Okay, we are gonna jump to the video by Colleen Nichols that was part of the business boot camp that Clio Color provided. It is in your resources in your Clio suite, but also I posted a direct link to the Vimeo in the Shine Squad. And so I would love to hear if I know, maybe you didn't get a chance to watch it yet. It was called 4 Recruiting Tips to Jumpstart Your Business. I would love to hear anyone's takeaways from that. I am just having so much fun listening to her because, first of all, she's hilarious and so down to earth. But second of all, she tells it like it is. And there have been some moments where I'm like, yeah, I am making it weird. Like I am, sometimes we like forget that social media is social and that we wouldn't do this in a social setting. So why do it this weird way on social media? And she just makes it simple and doable, and I love that so much. So, I'm curious, what were some of your guys' takeaways? You can either write them in the chat or unmute yourself, but even if it's just one little one-liner, I'd love to hear it.
Okay, I'll go first. I love her schedule for posting on Instagram. So having a plan like takes 90% of the work out of it for me in my mind. So it's like, okay, no excuses. She gave you an exact template of what to do
Mhm.
now. Just go do it. And I also loved her tip on give yourself 5 minutes. If you give yourself all day to do the reel, it's going to take you all day. If you give yourself, I have 10 minutes to do it, then boom, do it.
I know she called it was like Parkinson's law. And she was saying, however much time you give it, you're going to use that. It's kind of like a purse, however big your purse is, you're going to fill it. There's going to be stuff that you fill it with, whether your purse is tiny or giant. And I feel like it's the same with your time when you're like, I'm going to spend, I mean, I've talked to girls. I've coached girls in other teams. Like as a business coach, I would coach other girls in other direct sales businesses. And some of them were like, it took me 3 hours to make this reel. And I was like, girlfriend, it does not need to take 3 hours to make a reel. Like, please don't let it take that long. Give it like 20 minutes, you know what I mean? Or five, but because however much time you give it is how much it'll take. So yeah. And I loved her like schedule too. I'm trying to remember some of the things. I'll share some of the ones that I remember. And then if you remember some, Kathy, or the rest of you guys.
Okay, I'll tell my favorite before you share.
Okay, you do.
My favorite was the question box. Answer your own question on Thursday about the business and then give the answer that you don't have to.
Yes.
Nobody asks the question. You just ask the question and then you answer it. And I had no idea how you could go to click on the people that asked the question and then share it out. Like that
Yeah.
was like a game changer for me.
Yeah, I know that was my favorite one too. Because she says, you do this on Instagram. I don't know. Does anyone know if there's a question box on the Facebook on when you do a Facebook story? I always do my stories in Instagram and then they go directly to Facebook. But um, basically, she said every Tuesday you create like an sort of like ask me anything about Clio Color, and then you answer your own questions. And I've heard, people do that all the time, not even just in direct sales, but in business and influencing and all that. So, I think that's brilliant. And you know what is really cool that you guys can do that I was thinking about, is you can um save your answers and you could reuse them. So like let's say, I mean, you literally could save a set of stories and post those every Tuesday of like ask me questions about the business, because like she said in this call, people are not like all the people in your store watching your stories, they're not watching every single story. And the likelihood of them seeing again is pretty slim because people are busy at certain time at different times. Even if they're one of your diehard fans that always watches your stories, the chances of them seeing it again is like kind of slim. And so like not everyone sees your stories. They might not be on social media at that time or whatever. And so just repeating yourself, we have to remember that we're not being annoying because guess what? People are not seeing it. Like 1% of people are seeing your stuff. So that's why we are repeating. That's why I want to encourage you guys to do the Thankful Thursday post. That was something I did on Thursday, yesterday, and it had a call to action to our Zoom call that we have every Thursday night. Um, and about the opportunity. And so, I got some people commenting that were interested, and even if they didn't hop on the call, now I have them as prospects. And so that is huge. So yeah, I loved that. I'm trying to remember some of the other ones. She had like, shoot. I was listening while I was driving and I was like, I gotta take notes because I forget if I don't take notes. Oh yeah, Kathy said if you can't think of questions about the business, use ChatGPT. What are common hesitations for folks joining a network marketing business? Yes, that is what she recommended, which is like brilliant. ChatGPT is another app you want to get that is like going to answer all your questions. It's like the best business assistant. I call it my boyfriend. I ask my boyfriend all the time. And so using ChatGPT in your business, if you're like, I don't know what to post about, or if you're like, what's a good caption for this, or ChatGPT helps me all the time. Obviously, you want to like personalize it to you, but it's like the best assistant. Yes, Lakeisha said chat is my bestie. I love it. Um, I know she had more ideas, and now I cannot think of them for the life of me of her theme days that she does. Did she do was it like Motivation Monday? I don't know, but I just love that she is one of my biggest takeaways from her in general is like just engaging with your audience, asking questions, talking about the everyday life stuff, because that shows that you're a human and people connect with like the silliest things. So I did this in my stories this week where I was like, hey, I made Muddy Buddies, and somebody commented and said, no, those aren't Muddy Buddies, that's puppy chow. And I was like, oh, what do you call it? Do you call it Muddy Buddies? Do you call it puppy chow? And so and if you have no idea what I'm talking about, it's like this Chex Mix with peanut butter and powdered sugar and chocolate. And anyways, so I had a whole conversation in my stories about that. And people were commenting and saying, "Oh, well, I call it puppy chow." And I did a poll and stuff. So it's like just the silly stuff that, you know, people connect with, and we forget to just ask about those things. I mean, you can even ask like the easiest post ever to do on social media, like on Facebook, is one of those word posts where you just say like, hey, what, like asking, there's one I'm going to ask today because I was wanted to be like, what's your favorite protein shake? I'm looking for a fun protein, like a delicious protein shake. What's your favorite? Just asking people's opinions. People love to share their opinions. So asking those is like really going to boost your engagement, which boosts your algorithm, right? I think,
I remembered one.
what was
I'm
it?
taking over this whole call. I'm sorry.
No, it's great. I love it.
It was don't sit there and do your whole manicure live. You can sit there and do your whole manicure live, yes, but you're going to talk about Wicked, right? So you're not going to, she said for your application or your removal, do a quickie 30-second reel on that, because that's all the attention span they're going to give you. But if you want to have them just curious about what you're doing, talk about a different subject that you're passionate about.
Yes, that was another takeaway I had. And I did that in my last live. You guys can go watch it. I did these nails. I did the You Make Me Daisy. I'm so obsessed with these. I can't stop staring at my nails. They're the matte press-ons. Anyways, I did it live and I was like, usually I just go live and talk about the nails, but I was like, I'm going to talk about my bunny and my son coming home from spring break and like random stuff. Because that's what we do in social settings. We're not, we need to have those connection pieces besides just the nails. And so we don't want to be an infomercial. We need to like throw in other things too in our stories, in our posts, so that people can connect with us on other levels. So, and in her book, she talks about the 5 pillars. And so, this is something that I was like, what are my 5 pillars? Because I feel like I've gotten out of practice of really being social on social media. And so it's making social media fun again, like being social. And so I wrote down my 5 pillars. And basically what your 5 pillars are is like, what do you talk about when you get together with your girlfriends? Like, what are things that you could talk about on repeat? Like, and maybe it's silly things like reality shows or your favorite food. Like, I talk about food all the time. I'm such a foodie. And so I'm like, I need to talk about food more on social media. Um, and it could be your pet. I mean, I just got a pet bunny and I'm obsessed with her. So talking about that. But trying to figure out what are the things that when you get together, maybe it's reality shows, maybe it's clothes. Like, what do you chat with? Maybe you're super into quilting. What it doesn't matter, but like talk about those things on social media because you're going to attract people like your friends that are going to be interested in whatever it is that you are passionate about. And so, but it helps to kind of figure out, well, what are those 5 things so that you can plan out your content for the week a little bit, plan it out a little bit in your head and be like, okay, I'm going to talk. So, like, I'll tell you what I came up with for mine. And then if you guys need help with yours, let me know. But, so I made them all F words because I'm a nerd and I like alliteration. So food is one, fashion is one. I love me some colorful clothes. Funny, I like to make some funny reels. Faith, I wrote it down on a post-it note. That's why I'm looking over here. Faith in self quotes. Like I like to share quotes that are empowering. Fun, I actually came up with 7. Family and then business. I'm just going to share like biz tips and things like that. So those are mine. And that way I feel like I can kind of like I mean that's 7. So there's 7 days of the week's content right there, right? I could literally do food on Monday, fashion on Tuesday, like funny on Wednesday. You know what I mean? But so be thinking of what it is you want to talk about. Don't overthink it. It but it's just gives you a guide. It gives you like ideas for what you can post about. And I'm going to share another little hack that I'm trying
Kelly,
this week.
can I give a tip
Yeah,
from a
please.
mastermind? So a few years ago, I did this mastermind and they said, it was the first time I heard about the 5 pillars. And he said, just spend, no more than 15 minutes and write down 35 things that people would say about you. Like, about your life, like just really brain dump really fast, 35 things. And then from those 35 things or things that you love, from those 35 things, pick your top 5 that you want to talk about and have it as your pillars.
I like that. That's a great way. That way you're just kind of doing like a big brain dump and, just then you can kind of narrow it down from there. That's a great idea. Let me show you guys this new approach that I'm trying. I wish I could find the post-it notes. Hold on. I just went to Target and got a couple things for my business. This is one of them. I found these in the dollar bin and it actually fits the nails. Let me show you. So, because I was like, how am I going to store my nails? So I have these set in this cute bit. So I got this for storage of my nails. So there's that. The other thing I got was this is like a $6 calendar. And I'm actually going to I could use the dry erase marker to say what I'm going to post on those days, but I want the satisfaction of peeling off a post-it note. And so I bought little post-its that fit here, and I can't find the post-its for the life of me. They're probably in a Target bag somewhere. Anyway, so I got like the little mini post-its, that will fit right here. And so I'm going to like plan out, because I have a bunch of posts you can see here. I already have a bunch of ideas of posts I'm going to do. You see them right there. And I'm going to put them on a calendar and be like, okay, I've got Friday, Saturday, I've got it all planned out. And that way, and I can like move stuff around if I need to. But then once I post it, I have the satisfaction of peeling it off, just like a checklist. And that way I can kind of plan stuff a little bit more in advance. I'm trying to get a little better at planning in advance so that I'm not like, oh crap, it's Friday. I don't have anything to post. I don't know what I'm going to post. I mean, I think that's half the problem is like coming up with ideas in the moment. So I'm trying to plan more in advance and even schedule it out because you can schedule it on Instagram. Um, and so that is a new method I'm trying. I'll let you know how it goes, but I'm really excited about it because I think it will just give my brain, I'm literally going to put it right here on my wall by my desk, by my laptop, and it'll just give my brain like a visual of like what ideas I have. And honestly, if I didn't write these on a post-it note, some of these ideas I like almost forgot about. And then I was like, I got to write them down before I forget. And so, because you get ideas for content at random times. And remember, it doesn't have to be like mind-blowing value pieces. Literally sharing like a fun food that you're trying, a new flavor of chips you're trying, like sharing your cute dog and then asking if, post pictures of your dog in the comments. That is being social. That is interacting, right? So don't overthink it. Just try stuff out and see what resonates with your audience. There's my there's my pep talk on social media. Any other thoughts? Anyone want to chime in on that or have questions on like your 5 pillars? Yeah, I'm really excited about this new calendar method because I'm such a visual person and I just need to see it. I need to see it and I need it to be right by my desk where I am a lot. And that way, anytime I get an idea, I can just be like, ooh, here's an idea. And then I have them on calendars. And that way, I'm going to have an overflow of ideas and I can just schedule them out and not have to have it haunting me. I don't know about you guys, but I'll be like, shoot, I need to post today and I don't know what to post. It'll be so nice to be like, oh, I know exactly what to post and I already have it scheduled. So, yeah, I'm pumped about that. All right, well, if there's no other thoughts or questions, then we're just going to wrap it up. But let me tell you guys for next week what video we're gonna watch. That way you know. So I'm gonna go to my Clio Suite. I'm gonna go to I want us to watch another Colleen Nichols ones because I'm just really enjoying this series. And I love that Clio offered this for us. So hold on, let me find the one I want you guys to watch next. I think there's like 5 videos from Colleen in this series. So you go under resources, you scroll down, look to the left where it says business boot camp, and then let me find it. So we already did that one and that one. So let's do recruiting fundamentals. And I'll post it in Shine Squad, the Vimeo, but we'll do recruiting fundamentals and we'll chat about it next week. So be sure to watch that. Okay, I will see you guys next Friday. Thanks again for joining. You guys are killing it. I'm so proud of you. And feel free to reach out with any questions you need. Let's make the end of month freaking amazing. All right, bye guys.
Thank you.